Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome back to my channel, The Cheryl Hubbard Show, right here on YouTube. Glad you can be here, glad you can join me, so glad to see you. Okay, so I have done a couple of videos here on my channel, and I was touching base on some different areas of law. Okay, I think I did one video. I think contract law, constitutional law, and civil law, tort law, civil law. And so what I want to do right now, I just want to, I was curious, so I was just sitting home one day and I was curious to know, I was like, how many areas of law are there really, I was like, really? How many areas of law? I was just interested because I know when I was at Australian University, I took business law. So I was curious to know how many areas of law, are there, out there? How many areas? I know we know contract law, business law, civil law, constitutional law, international law. And so I drafted a list. Actually I did my research. I drafted a list. So just before I read all the ones I came up with, admiralty and martial law, animal law. Martial law is when they bring in the military, and then the military be the ones that you look to, they'd be taking over everything. So martial law instead of, I guess instead of using the regular law enforcement for that state. So, so we have admiralty, martial law, immigration law, adoption law, business law, corporate law. We have international law, civil law, criminal law, finance law, banking law, and so many. Property law. We have administrative law, human rights law, family law, tort law. I talked about tort law last time. Tort law is the civil wrong. So in other words, you hit somebody in the face or something like that, assault and battery. Assault and battery is considered civil law, tort law. So in other words, civil law, it seeks a remedy. Criminal law, it seeks, you may pay a fine or you may, get jail time. Then we have adoption law, agency law, alcohol law. A lot of ones I never really heard of. Animal law, antitrust law, I heard of that. Art law, aviation law, bankruptcy law. We have creditor debtor rights law, realization law, bioethics law, commercial law, business organizational law, or companies law, Canon law. So I didn't do the research on Canon law, but maybe next time. Civil law or common law, communications law. We have computer law, competition law, conflict of law or private international law. We have copyright law, corporate law, company law, corporate compliance law, corporate governance law, cryptography law, cultural property law, custom law, cyber law, drug control law, elder law, employment law. So wow, that's a whole lot of. So energy law, entertainment law. I heard about entertainment law, environment law, family law, financial services regulation law, firearm law, food law, gaming law, health and safety law. We have health law, housing law, immigration law. I heard about immigration law. Insurance law, international human rights law, international humanitarian law, internet law. Internet law is something, we all should know about that one, internet law. Juvenile law, labor law, and it's LABOUR law, then it's LABOR law. Landlord and tenant law, litigation, uh, martial law. I think I just mentioned that one. Media law, medical law, military law. We have mining law, mortgage law, music law, nationality law, obscenity law, parliamentary law, patent law, poverty law. I've never heard of poverty law. Some of these I will have to, I look up a few of them at a time. There's so many. Then we have privacy law, procedural law, property law, public health law, public international law, real estate law, securities law, capital markets law, space law. Interesting ones. Sports law, we heard about sports law. Statutory law. Statutes basically are laws. Statutes are laws. So statutory law. So I guess it's probably talking about all different types of laws, all different types of statutes. So I'll do some research on that too. Tax law, you know, probably governs us, when we're doing our taxes, we have to pay our taxes, we have to file our taxes. We have technology law, tort law, trademark law. Yeah, that comes under copyright law, transport law, transportation law, trust and estate law, water law. Never heard of water law. Not these I haven't really heard of. So this is my whole list. So the ones I picked out today, I think I just picked out a couple today. Corporate law. Corporate law deals with the formation and operations of corporations and is related to commercial and contract law. A corporation is a legal entity created through the laws of its state of the corporation. Treating a corporation as a legal person that has standing to sue and be sued, distinct from its stockholders. So in other words, you're part of a corporation, you have interest in that corporation, you are a stockholder, and they can sue the corporation because it's a legal entity apart from its shareholders. In other words, you invested in the corporation, you and a few other members, and they can sue the corporation, the legal entity, but they can't personally sue you and attack your assets. They can't attack your personal assets. So it works like a LLC, a limited liability company. Let's see what else. Let's see what else we have to say about. What else I have to say about a corporation? I think that's it. Let me see. And let me see. And the next one I have is cyber law. Cyber law. Laws or a specific law related to internet and computer offenses, especially fraud or copyright infringement. Important because it touches almost all aspects of transactions and activities concerning the internet and the World Wide Web. Copyright. So in other words, cyber law, you type in information on the computer, say for instance you on Facebook, and all your posts that you type, those are your words. So you have the right to privacy, and when it comes to your words, you own those words. Those are the words that you type. You type words on Facebook. That's why they give you the opportunity to, they have I guess they have certain buttons where you can make it private or you can make it public because those are your words. So you have the choice of what you want to do. So that's why a lot of times when I'm on Facebook, I don't disclose none of my personal information that I don't want anybody to know. So all that comes under also copyright infringement. You're infringing on someone else's space, someone else's someone else's work, someone else's book, someone else's words in their book, to copyright, intellectual property right by the government that gives the owner exclusive rights to use, with some limited exceptions, original work, fiction, non-fiction, music, paintings, books, sculptures. Like my book, I wrote a few books, so I applied for copyright through the United States Copyright Office. It gives me the right, gives me an exclusive right to that book, to the words in the book, to the whole book. And so you keep the copyright. Well, actually, you are covered by copyright even 70 years after your death. It says copyright infringement. It says someone violates one of the exclusive rights, infringing, invading, using someone else's copyright work. In other words, my book, I had to put a copyright page in the book, so let the readers know that this book is covered by copyright laws. So what I learned is that even if in other words, you write a book, you write a song, you own your words, And that was a question that I left off. That was a statement, a question. It was a question that I left. I ended with my last video. So do you own your own words? So my answer would be, I believe I would say yes, because you have the right to your words. You wrote them. You are the author of those words. You are the author of those words. You are the author. You wrote a book. You wrote a paragraph. Your post that you put on Facebook. You have to definitely be careful of what you are posting on Facebook, because those are your words. So you have an opportunity you have a right to privacy, Fourth Amendment. So you have a right to privacy, and you have a right to say, hey, I don't want my words public. I want them private. So that's why Facebook gives you the opportunity, so to whatever, So then we have copyright infringement. If someone violates one of the exclusive rights, infringing, invading, using someone else's copyright work. Copyright, a form of protection provided by the law of the U.S. of the United States to authors of original works of authorship, literacy, dramatic, artistic, and certain creative works. Then we have copyright law. Okay, I was just talking about what was it, cyber? The first one was cyber law. Okay, the next one is copyright law. So copyright law. So also, see right here, I purchased my ring light. So it gives me a little. I'm gonna see how they look. Once I upload this video to my channel. So another one I have is let's see. Okay, that was copyright law. So now we have custom law. Custom law, a body of unwritten norms called customs, rules of conduct that have arisen, depends on how you want to say it, spontaneously, and have been sanctioned by the state. A legal system incorporates only those customs that function as legal norms, that is, those that reflect the interests and will of the economically and politically dominant class. Then we have private international law, part of local legal system that governs the selection of appropriate law and validity of judgments and jurisdictions of local and foreign courts in civil cases containing a foreign element, such as where a contract made locally has to be performed in another country. So custom law, I never really heard of this custom law. In other words, the body of unwritten norms. So in other words, I guess things are normal, but In other words, they're not written down as a law. I guess that's what they're saying. It's not written. It's not written in a book as normal. So it's a body of unwritten norms called customs. Oh, rules of conduct. Rules of conduct that has arisen spontaneously and have been sanctioned by the state. So in other words, spontaneous rules and regulations that, in other words, most laws, like the common law, how the common law came about, when judges used to go down into towns, and when they saw those cases, they wrote them down. They wrote them down. They became precedent. They became an important case. In other words, this case, lawyers may look at one case to follow. They look at one case to follow that case, but it may relate to another case. So in other words, this one right here say custom law is way different from common law, I guess. In common law, when judges made decisions, they went down in the towns, they solved cases, they made decisions on those cases. Precedent, they became an important case that they followed when they looked at other cases, and they called, then another term I learned too, stay decisis, let the decision stand. So in other words, when they made those decisions and they saw the decisions of those cases became law, and they put them down in the books. So a lot of those laws are on the books today. So according to this, it's a custom law, so it's different. Custom law is unwritten norms, so it's normal rules of conduct. Normal rules of conduct that have arisen spontaneously and have arisen spontaneously and have been sanctioned by the state. See, the legal system incorporates only those customs that function as legal norms. So legal norms, they become legal norms. They might, I guess, rules of conduct, but they're unwritten norms. In other words, probably not normal, but I guess they became legal once they've been sanctioned by the state. Then it says the legal system incorporates only those customs that function as legal norms. So they became legal norms, I guess, but I was spontaneous. In the beginning, they were spontaneous. But, I never heard of this term, but I guess you learn something every day. Then I have cryptography law. It's the practice and study of encrypting information, or in other words, securing information from unauthorized access. So, cryptography law. So, in my major information system, basically any course that you take, basically if you're using the internet, using the internet, you out there in cyberspace, you on the internet. So, you want your information protected. So you browsing around on all these websites. So a lot of these websites, some of them may be encrypted. So when you feed the computer that information, it may be encrypted. That way, it's encrypted in code. So encryption means it's being coded. It's being coded, so no one can understand those messages when they go across the internet, when they go across, through cyberspace. So encryption. So, and then programming, I took a little programming too, so that, that is, it's kind of hard to understand. For me, programming was a little hard for me to understand, but I did pretty good in it, programming. So, but encryption, so programmers probably pretty good at, doing encrypting text, encrypting words, encrypting, things that may have to go across the internet, across cyberspace. So I figure, I'm just guessing. I figure programmers, they probably would be the people that would be good with something like that. Cryptography law. So it says the practice and study of encrypting information. So when they encrypt that information, those hackers may not be able to understand, you know, what they're saying. Just like, you know, your password, you have to have a password, user ID and a password, and those probably are encrypted. In other words, that's why they have it. They have us change our passwords probably like every 2 or 3 months. So when we put our password in, it's probably being encrypted, so no one else could understand what our password is or know what our password is. So encryption. So sometimes I can dig a little deeper into some of these laws. Cryptography law. So it's the practice and study of encrypting information, or in other words, securing information from unauthorized access. Those hackers, those predators, I don't know, anybody that, sometimes it could be people that they don't have to be hackers. They don't have to be hackers, and it don't have to be. When it say anybody that has unauthorized access, it doesn't have to only be hackers, but we all are protected. That's why we all have to have our. They always make us, you gotta do a password, change the password every 2 or 3 months. You gotta use ID, you gotta password, everything you do. Now on my computer, when I log in, I have to have a password. I set a password up so nobody can just, go on my computer and, just in case I have company over at my house or something, somebody visiting, they can't just jump on my computer. They had to ask me. I had to put my password in, and even on my laptop, I have a password. So I set mine up. So even on my cell phone too. On my cell phone, I have my password. See, you have to see on my cell phone. Yep, you have to. See, I have to put a password in. I mean, that's the way I set it up. I set it up so I have to use a password that way. If I'm visiting somebody or I have company in my home, and nobody's been here now since the COVID, but it's my regular family, my sons. And so if you somewhere, you're visiting or you're home and you set your phone down, how some people are, oh, let me use your phone, let me use your cell phone for a minute. And they can't, they can't just grab your phone because, and then, they can't just grab mine, they can't just grab mine because I have, my password set up. So, you want to use my phone, you say, hey, can I use your phone? Then what I do, I put the password in, they can use it. But, sometimes you have to be careful when you're out in the street. When people say, hey, can I use your phone? Use your phone. And then some people will take your phone and don't give it back. Because I know my son was over his friend's house. This was about 4 or 5 years ago. So somebody asked some young guy, I mean, he young, my son is young too. But somebody asked to use his phone. He had an Apple phone because that's all he buys, Apple phones. And the young guy asked could he use the phone, and he snatched it. I mean, he took it. He took it and went on and ran out the door. Took the phone and went on about his business. And I told my son, just had the phone cut off. Just had it cut off. Wouldn't be nothing that he could do. So it's right here on the property where I live at, so but now my son, he don't live here, he moved out on his own, and he was a little younger then. I guess that was probably about 5, 6 years ago. But the guy asked could he use the phone, he took off, took the phone, made like he was gonna use it, took it and ran, and he never came back around here again. Never saw him again. But and then we have martial law, when the state is put under control of the military. That's what I was saying. Because I never really talked about this law that much myself. When the state is put under control of the military, usually temporarily, and as a result of an emergency or crisis that has broken down the usual civil authority and order. In other words, I was kind of scared because I said with these protests and stuff going on, and then they sent I know the police department in my state, I know they were out there, but then there was some other police that was out there, and they were shooting tear gas, throwing tear gas at people and hitting people with sticks and shooting rubber bullets and all that, So I was like, what is going on, you know? And I was like, what in the world is going on? And that was something I had never seen in my life. And all the time I've been here in my city, I ain't never seen nothing like that. Never seen nothing like that, but I'm just glad they got everything cleared up. But, so we have to kind of, I love everybody, I don't care. I'm not racist, I don't know, I don't care what color you are, because in my neighborhood, I patronize everybody. But, because we have, I guess you can say Korean, Chinese, business owners. You know how they have little corner stores. I go around there and I patronize them. I patronize the other business owners that have their stores. I don't care what color you are. Everybody is trying to be out here making a living for themselves and their families. So I am that, so I support everybody. I shop at the Giant, the Safeway, Target, Walmart, corner stores, whenever I feel like I want to shop. I order online. I try to support everybody. You know, so I try to support all businesses. All black-owned businesses, Korean-owned businesses, Caucasian-owned businesses. It doesn't make a difference to me. Okay, then I have mortgage law. Overview of a mortgage law is a mortgage involves the transfer of an interest in land as security for a loan or other obligation. A mortgage is a security for the loan that the lender makes to the borrower. So in other words, a mortgage is basically it's just a fancy word for loan. So in other words, you want to buy a mortgage they call it. I guess that's when you want to buy a house. In other words, you go to the bank or credit union, you apply for a loan so you can buy a house. So you just they create a mortgage. You sign your if they approve you, but I heard that you have to have your credit score has to be at least 700. So you apply for a mortgage, you apply for a loan, you have to pay a certain amount of interest. They're gonna probably charge you interest on that loan per month, I guess. So in other words, once you get that, once you are approved for that mortgage, that loan, and that gives the bank or the credit union interest in your property. Say, for instance, you're buying a house. I haven't really been involved with a whole lot of, purchasing houses and all that, but I'm just explaining the mortgage term, So you get a loan from the bank, creating a mortgage, and you owe the bank. They will have an interest in your property, that house that you purchased. The house that you purchased that you created that mortgage for. So sometimes, then if you miss, since the bank will have, or the credit union, if you go to the credit union, I heard that's better because the interest rates are lower. So I don't know how many times it will let you miss. If you're missing, say for instance, you miss some house payments, you miss some mortgage payments, then if you miss too many, the bank will say, well, look, you got to turn the house over to us because you didn't miss about 5 payments. It's too far for you, too far gone for you didn't catch up. So since they have an interest in it, because you borrowed the money from them, and then you owe them that money. In other words, you paid the house off, you got a loan from the credit union or the bank to pay the total amount of the house, whoever was selling the house, and now you just owe the bank or you owe the credit union. That's why they have an interest in it, because you owe them now. You got a mortgage, you got a loan, you created a mortgage, and the house is paid for with the owner, whoever was selling your house, and now you owe the credit union or you owe the bank. They have an interest in that property that you purchased, so you can't make, but sometimes then they also have programs that you can, they have programs that will help you with your mortgage payments. So I think I did a video on that as well. They have programs that will help you with your mortgage payments. They have programs that may help you with your closing costs, your down payment. Sometimes they also have programs that help you with your rent. So the last one I have is music law. Music law involves issues as music publishing, running a band's business, running band's business affairs, performances, contracts, copyright, right issues, among others. So in other words, you're dealing in music, you're going to be dealing in, you're dealing in your publishing your music. You might want to get your music published, because you want to own the rights to your words. Like I said, that comes under copyright law. So you write a song, you write a book, you write a poem, you write a movie. So you own your own words. You want to publish your music. So I published my book. You might want to publish a song. Publish a song. You have, and then 70 years after, when it comes to a book, I know my research told me that 70 years, the book is copyright remains in effect 70 years after your death. So that's when it comes to copyright for a book. So I don't know about music, so it said for the book, but so in other words, you want to publish your music, you're running a band, so then you running the band's business affairs. Somebody have to book your shows, running business affairs, the band's business affairs. Somebody have to book the shows. You might have somebody working for you for the band. You might have somebody that's what they call a promoter. May have a promoter. Like they do for fights. In boxing, Mike Tyson, he used to have a promoter. They probably promoted him, getting him those different fights with Holyfield and different ones he was fighting. So you can do the same with a band. You have a promoter. You might have somebody doing your accounting books too when it comes to a band, because you get those shows booked, those performances, you gotta have those dates. All they have to be put down. You make a certain amount of money. You make a certain amount of money for this show or that show. For this show, you gotta pay your band members. Are you gonna put your money in the business band bank account? Or you gonna have your own separate account? I guess it would be good to have your own separate account. Say for instance, you got 5 band members. You got a guitar player, drummer, you got two singers. You might have a keyboard player, saxophone player, or whatever you have. So y'all booking shows, and then what if you booking shows? Somebody booking shows for you. You make a certain amount of money. The money has to be split up, or are you gonna put the money in a kitty? So those are things you have to think about. And so that's when it says business affairs, performances, then you have contracts. So in other words, contracts, like I said, contracts that had those six elements. So in other words, you're in a band, and say for instance they want your band, say for instance they say, well, you got you want to say for instance you signed a contract and you got 5 shows that you have to do, 5 shows for that whole, or within 6 months. So they already booked you for those shows. You got the address of where it's going to be, and you booked, and they're going to pay you a certain amount of money. So all that has to be written up. See, certain contracts had to be in writing. Basically, most of the ones had to be in writing are the ones for sale of goods, contracts $500 or more. When you move into an apartment, you sign a lease. That's a contract. Sale of goods. You buy a car, you buy a house. You buy a car, you buy a house. All those are contracts that have to be in writing. So we have offer, acceptance, consideration, legality, capacity, and did I say consideration? So offer and acceptance, offer, acceptance, consideration, legality, capacity, or mutual assent. 6. So, mutual assent, mutual meeting of the minds. So, in other words, then, in other words, it's a lot to deal with when you have a band. And what about copyrights? Because whatever you're a band, you're in a band and y'all wrote songs. You know, y'all wrote some songs and y'all recorded some CDs. You know, you have the all the band members' names will have to be down on their copyright. You know, so you have copyright issues among other things. So I am not the music law person, but I just looked at that term because some of these terms, some of these law terms I didn't even know existed. But I was just curious, and I said, you know what? Let me see how many types of laws there are. So music law, that's a good one. Music law, entertainment law. So that all that comes under business. You know, my major was business administration, and business is so broad, it covers a whole lot. So, you writing songs, you performing with your group, your band members, your group, your band, and you're writing songs, you're performing at this place, you're performing at this club, you're performing at this establishment. You had the contract going up. But in other words, you're in a band, you say, well, you know what, we're gonna play 5 songs. They're gonna pay us $3,000 for 5 songs. The money gotta be split up with the money has to be split up with the band members, and then it has to be you want to make sure that's drawn up in a contract. A contract, write it up. Then sometimes you can basically do that yourself. Write it up. Say these such and such band members and all put each one of y'all names down. We're gonna play here. We have just spell everything out. We're gonna play here on this day. We're gonna play here. We're gonna play for a certain amount of hours. We're gonna sing these certain amount of songs. All the band members, and then you sign it. And then the whatever place that you are singing at, your band playing at, make sure they sign it. And but sometimes you get lawyers. Sometimes you get lawyers to do something like that, but they charge for all that. So you can almost write that up yourself, and then the people that the place that your band, the establishment that you are performing at, put it that way. They are the ones that will, they can sign it, you can sign it, but then also they have lawyers that take care of stuff like this, stuff like that. They have lawyers that they can do up a contract for you. But sometimes it's very important that these contracts, because if anything go down, contract can stand up in court. Say, hey, say for instance, you looking for them to pay you, and you be like, y'all, you know what? They didn't pay us. Then when you had that in writing, they can stand up in court. Because you can say, hey, well, you know what? They said they're going to pay us a certain amount of money. It's all down on the contract. They signed it. We signed it. We had 5 shows we were supposed to do. They said they're going to pay us a certain amount of money. It's all written down on the contract. Because I look at it, then I also look at a lot of Judge Judy, Judge Maybelline, and also you can learn a lot, internet, YouTube, all the court shows I watch, even I even watch TMZ and all that, a lot of those court programs, you can learn a lot. So I think that was the last one, and so to reiterate, I thought I looked up some, and one of the ones let me see, okay, admiralty law, martial law, animal law, I never even know about animal law. I heard about immigration law, adoption law, business law. It's one of them, okay, civil law, criminal law, finance law, banking law, property law, administrative law. Let me see what other one, admiralty, let me see what I can look up. Let me see. So let me see what else. Let's see if I have a. Let's see if I have another one that we can look up. Let's see. Uh, we have aviation law, bankruptcy law. It's one that I was going to look up. Okay, let's see what canon law means. Let me see if I can find that one. Canon law. Okay, let's see what canon law means. Okay, canon law. Canon law is a set of ordinances and regulations made by ecclesiastical authority for the government of a Christian organization or church and its members. It is an internal ecclesiastical law. Ecclesiastical law. Or operational policy governing the Catholic Church. The Eastern Orthodox and Oriental Orthodox churches and the individual national churches within the Anglican communion. The way that such church law is legislated, interpreted, and at times adjudicated varies widely among these three bodies of churches. In all three traditions, the canon was originally a rule adopted by a church council. These canons form the foundation of canon law. Canon law, ecclesiastical law. Ecclesiastical law. I've never even heard of that term. In the Roman Catholic Church, they're laid down by papal pronouncements. It's a set of ordinances and regulations made by ecclesiastical authority for the government of a Christian organization or church. So it's laws that govern the Christian organization or church and its members. So that's canon law. Let me see what other law I have. Try to find, try to look up something try to do research on one that I really never heard of. Let me see, computer law, that seems like that would be something similar to like internet. We got copyright law, company law, corporate law, cryptography law, custom law, cyber law, drug control law, elder law, employment law. I'm trying to see which one. Energy law, entertainment law, environmental law, family law, financial services regulation law, food law. Let's see what food law means. That's what food law. Let's see what food law means. Okay, define food law. Food law and legal definition. The Federal U.S. Food and Drug Administration is the main governing body to ensure the safety and wholesomeness of food. Other aspects of food product quality and distribution that are commonly regulated. Standards of quality, adulteration, misbranding, and pricing are perhaps the most important. So these are laws that I guess they're coming through from the Food and Drug Administration, food and drug, let's say food law and legal definition. The Federal U.S. Food and Drug Administration is the main governing body to ensure, okay, So Food and Drug Administration is the main governing body to ensure the safety and wholesomeness of food. So in other words, the food law, so Food and Drug Administration, they enforce the law. I guess the law coming from them, so they have to ensure that our food is safe. So that's why a lot of times you see where they have to they have to test. They have to test. In other words, you buying this meat and stuff from the grocery stores. A lot of times they have to examine that meat. They have to test that meat. They have to all the food, even the milk. Even the milk that come from these cows. You got eggs that's coming from these chickens. So when these eggs coming out of these chickens, they have to make sure these animals are safe and healthy, because food that's coming from these animals, that's the food that we ingesting in our body. That's why I don't eat a whole lot of meat. I try to stick with chicken and fish, and sometimes I don't even eat that. Try to eat more vegetables. They say what's better for us is a lot of those leafy green vegetables, like the fresh greens, vegetables, plenty of fruit, plenty of water, drink plenty of water, so Food and Drug Administration, so it's coming under food law. I never even heard of it. I mean, I knew about the Food and Drug Administration, but didn't know about food law. There's so many laws. I got all this paper right here. I don't know how many of them. I have to count them. So I have to count them to see how many different ones I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 30, 40, 50, 60, I got 98 to it, maybe more than that, 98 different laws. So we had food law. I tried to look up something I hadn't heard before. Food law, the Federal U.S. Food and Drug Administration is the main governing body to ensure the safety and wholesomeness of our food. Of the aspects of food product quality and distribution that are commonly regulated. Standards of quality, and make sure it's quality, adulteration, no misbranding, and pricing are perhaps the most important. Yeah, the branding is very important. Just like my products, I'm working on my brand. So branding is very important. Nobody wants, so these are my tablets that, just it's gonna be part of my brand. And so I have other stuff that I have but I'm gonna do a video of all the items that I have. This is my base that I'll be marketing. See my logo. So I do a video of all the products that I'm going to be marketing on my website. So let me see if I can find another law that we have in see, I think I did I do immigration law? I did immigration law. Agency law, animal law. Let's talk about animal law. See what that is. Animal law. Animal law. So you got animal law. Animal law is a combination of statutory and case law in which the nature, legal, social, or biological of non-human animals is an important factor. Animal law encompasses companion animals, wildlife, animals used in entertainment, and animals raised for food and research. So in other words, animal law, animals have to be protected. You can't be treating animals all cruel. So, and all that would come under animal law. You know, they had a problem one time. You know, they use animals in the circus. So people were saying that I think they canceled the what other circuses they canceled. The Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus. They had animals that they were using in their circus. They have to make sure animals are treated fairly. You can't treat animals cruel. You know, you can't be cruel to animals. You know, they have a lot of cases that have come on the news where they have people have 20 and 30 dogs, and then in these cases they left the dogs, and they left the dogs in the house by themselves, and when nobody there, and they had about 20 and 30 different dogs, and they wasn't fed, they wasn't taken care of right, so that's how that go. But animal law, so all that will come under animal law. So you have an animal, you have a dog, you have a cat, you have to take care of it. So and let me see, one that uh, we probably are familiar with creditor debtor rights law. In other words, I assume that I can go ahead and look up that one. Let me see. Creditor and debtor law. So in other words, you got a credit card, and you have 4 or 5 credit cards, and you have certain rights too. Creditors have rights. So you as a consumer, uh, creditor. Okay. Creditor and debtor law. Let's see. Okay. Debtor and creditor relationship existing between two persons in which one, the debtor, can be compelled to furnish services, money or goods to the other, the creditor. This relationship may be created by the failure of the debtor to pay damages to the injured party or to pay a fine to the community. However, the relationship usually implies that the debtor has received something from the creditor in return for which the debtor has promised to make repayment at a later time. In other words, you get a credit card from somebody, and from a company, say Capital One, and they give you have $1,000 worth of credit, but you use 500, so you're supposed to pay that money back. You have to pay that 500 back. You know, so they give you, in other words, they lending you. Capital One, you got $1,000 credit limit. They lending you that money. They're not giving it to you. They're lending it to you. So you say, I got $1,000 worth of credit on Capital One. So they say, for instance, you spend 500. 500 would be your debt, and that would be the debt that you owe to Capital One. So they would be the creditor. Yep. So it says this relationship may be created by the failure of the debtor to pay. So you the debtor, the debtor to pay damages to the injured, or the debtor to pay the damage to the injured party, or to pay a fine to the community. However, the relationship usually implies that the debtor has received something from the creditor. So the debtor, you would be the debtor, and then the creditor is the one that you owe the money to. So, that's why it's not good to get in other words, you get a credit card. I'm guilty of that. I had credit cards, and, I had to pay them back, I had to pay them back. I had to try to keep the credit up. So, then let's see, let's do one more. I got a few more minutes. I already talked about civil law, common law, aviation law. Let me see. I tried to find something that I've never heard of. Cultural property law. Let me try that. Cultural property law. Never heard of that one. Cultural property law. Let's see. Cultural property law. Let's see what that means. Cultural property law. Cultural property law is a body of law that protects and regulates disposition of culturally significant material, including historic real property, ancient and historic artifacts, artwork, and intangible cultural property. Cultural property. Cultural property law. A cultural property law is a body of law that protects and regulates the disposition of culturally significant material, including historic real property, historic real property. I guess that old houses or something like that. Historic real property. I guess that's like real estate. What is cultural property law? Let me see what else they're saying. Cultural property law is a body of law that protects law. It's a body of law that protects and regulates the disposition of culturally significant material. So historic real property, I guess old buildings, old real estate, ancient and historic artifacts with old paintings and stuff, things of that nature. Historic artifacts, paintings, portraits, and stuff like that. It's intangible cultural property. So I guess intangible means something that you can't touch. Tangible means to be able to touch it. So they said intangible cultural property. So in other words, property that you can't put your hands on, intangible cultural property. So I don't know if it means stuff like you write a play or something like that. And so that would be whatever cover under copyright law though. So it says artwork. It says artwork, historic artifacts, artwork, intangible cultural property. So I never heard this term before. So let's see what else we have. Computer law, competition law. Let me see what that means. Competition law. This will probably be my last one. Let's see what competition law means. Competition law. Competition law. Competition law. Competition law is a law that promotes or seeks to maintain market competition while regulating anti-competitive conduct by companies. Competition law is implemented through public and private enforcement. So competition law, I guess those are the laws that regulate businesses. Your competitors. You got a business. In other words, me, I'm about to branch out into lip gloss. Making my homemade lip glosses, and I'm about to branch off and making my homemade lip glosses and stuff like that. So this is syringe. So and it's so I'm about to branch off and make my homemade lip gloss. In other words, it says competition law. It promotes or seeks to maintain market competition by regulating anti-competitive conduct by companies. So it's regulating the conduct, basically the conduct of businesses. Competitors. You're in a certain industry. And you're in a certain industry. In other words, say for instance, I'm in the cosmetic industry. Somebody else may be in food industry. You have somebody. You have this gentleman over here. He has a restaurant. You have another gentleman that has another restaurant. They're competitors. So, competition law, if they in competition with each other, is regulating the conduct. So what if they get jealous of one another, and one of them get jealous because he got more customers coming to his store, the other restaurateur don't have as many customers coming to his business, and he want to get some back started. So competitive law, competition law will govern all that. So competition law. So a lot of these terms I haven't really heard of, but it's good to know something different. Competition law. So which one did I go over? I went over. We talked about martial law. We talked about competition law. We talked about custom law. Uh, so we talked about food law. So matter of fact, I want I want to mark off the ones that I talked about. So next time when I come back, we talked about food law. We also have health law, internet law. Let's see. I talked about, we talked about cryptography law, custom law. They got one called bioethics law. Some of these I'll come back. We talked about martial law and morality law. There's another law I had on here. I got the name of that one for the water. We're talking about the water. I'll find out that one. Okay. I think so. I think that's all. I'm going to talk about today. So what I do, I have almost 100 of these, different laws. So, but, so I'll touch base. I look and do some more research to see if there are any more. But this is like, I think it was 98 of these different laws. So these are good. Food law, I never heard of that. Custom law, food law, competition law, never even heard of competition. But I know about competition because I know about competition. Your competitors. I think you run in the business, you have your competitors, you want to stay on top of your competitors. You want to benchmark to see what your competitors are doing, but you don't want to start no trouble with your competitors. You want to benchmark and do research, find out what your competitors are doing. So you say, hey, I stay on Instagram. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I'm venturing out into the cosmetic industry, and I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm looking at a lot of these. I look at a lot of these businesses. There's black-owned businesses. Chinese. What you call Korean, different type of people, Caucasian, a lot of people. Remember, some of them doing lip glosses, some of them doing eyelashes, I look at all of them. Some they are very inspirational, all of them. So I like to see what they're doing, how they present their Instagram page, what products they're offering, all that's important. Their products, their prices, I look at their websites and see how their websites are set up. How their Instagram page is set up, like I said, what type of products they selling, So, and then also I look at customer service, how you present yourself, how you present your business, how you present yourself, how you treat your customers, A lot of times you can find a little bit of that out just by looking at their Instagram and their YouTube, how they present themselves, and so competition law. I never heard of it, but that is a good law. So I have a list. And next time I'll try to I'll try to do like maybe about 3 of them, and then I'm gonna do some more research to see if there are any more. So and I purchased my ring light I do have. So, but actually my ring light And then I have another one I ordered, but this one I wanted the one where you can put your cell phone right here, but I guess I ordered the wrong one. And this is supposed to be a camera ring light, but they didn't come with no instructions. But I put it together. I was trying to find out where in the world is a camera. But most of them, they have when you put it together, they have a little device right here where you can, hook your cell phone on. But this didn't have it. So that's why I ordered another one. So the other one I have, I'm going to be able to put my cell phone on here. So I can be able to, see, it didn't come with nothing that I can hook up where I can put my cell phone on it. So, but I ordered another one. And so these are just, ordered this from Walmart. They're not that expensive. I think this was $25, I believe. And the other one I ordered, I think it cost about $27. So then they also add some bigger ones, the big ring lights. So, but this is all I need, something small that I can just sit on. All I want is something I can sit on. I guess I took the plug in. You plug it to your computer, and you plug it to your computer, and then, then the light will come on. So, plug it to your computer. So you plug it to your computer, and then I hit the little red button. See how when it's too bright. So what I do, I have to turn it around. I turn it around like that. And so that's how they go. They do have more light, so it's bright. So I want to say thanks for joining me today, YouTubers. So I have all those different areas, all these different areas alone. So next time I'll do 3. So the last question I left with, do you own your own words? So I will say yes. So like I said, when you go to Facebook and you are typing those posts, those are your words. You own those words. So be cognizant and be careful with the things that you write on there, because those are your words. But you have an option of, your privacy rights. You have an option to say, hey, I want this public or I want this private. I don't want everybody to see it, So, you have that opportunity to say, hey, well, I don't want these words to be made public. You have your button. So now Facebook is coming out with a whole lot of different things that you can go back and take some things off. I think you can go back and take your pictures off now. At first it was hard. I was always trying to find a way. Well, that's why I don't put a lot of pictures in mine. But I was trying to find a way where you can take your pictures off, and then I have several other, I have several pages. I have like 3 Facebook pages, but I want to delete a couple of those pages. But I got my ring light. I have another ring light coming. So I'll probably do another video. I have some other things that I have just received from Amazon, so I want to do a video of everything that I have. I think I have everything now. I think I ordered some more lip gloss tubes, and I think that is it. So maybe tomorrow I'll do a video of me making my lip gloss, filling my lip gloss tube. So I want to say thanks for joining me today. And this was just a video of, all the different areas of law. So my next video I'll probably do, another video on my, relating to my entrepreneur segment that I just started. So I think I did 4 videos so far. So I'll do another one. I want to lay out all the stuff that I have in my, for my business, Shirley Cosmetics. And then I want to start, moving forward with taking my pictures, get my Instagram photos together. That's why I brought this ring light, so I can begin to get my photos ready for my Instagram page and my website. So I want to say thanks for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next video. So in my next video, I do probably like three. I probably try to do like 3 law terms, So I'm trying to, find out about different ones. I'm just interested in the different areas of law that I've never heard about. So, nothing wrong with learning. I'm learning. It's an ongoing process. And so I'm here to help you learn some of these law terms. So also you can also do you know, on your own time. Look up some of these law terms. Most important one. I mean, all of them are important, but you got civil law, your criminal law. It's good to learn more about criminal law. Learn about the arrest process. Learn about like my last video I talked about Miranda. Where did the Miranda rights come from? Came from this guy called Ernesto Miranda. When he was arrested for rape. I think this was back in the 60s. I think it was. I don't know if it was back. I think it was back in the 60s. He was arrested. He was arrested for rape. They didn't read him his rights. So they didn't read him his rights. So that's when they came with the Miranda rights. So you have a right to remain silent. Everything you say can and will be used against you in court of law. That's probably the only word I know. But I gotta. I want to make sure I know the whole thing. But so the Miranda rights, and I also talked about the no-knock warrant. I talked about that on one of my videos, the no-knock warrant, and regular warrants. You have the no-knock warrant. You have the plain view doctrine. The plain view doctrine. So law enforcement, if you are encountered by law enforcement, so this comes under criminal law. If you are encountered by law enforcement and they see something illegal, they can use that against you in court. In other words, you're talking to them and whatever, you're just talking to them and and a bag of weed fall out your pocket, or you're sitting in your car and they happen to roll up on you and they see you got a bag of weed sitting on the passenger side, they can use that against you in court. So that comes under criminal law. Then we have the civil law. Civil law, I mean, you can read up on a lot of these terms, these law terms yourself. So you have civil law, tort law, civil law, civil wrong. In other words, civil law is basically concerned with a remedy, compensating the victim. In other words, somebody hit you in the face, will come under assault and battery to hit you in the face. Then you also have, it could be criminal and you could also have a civil case. You are the victim. Somebody hit you in the face, you become the victim. You are the victim. You can be compensated. If civil, you can get a civil lawsuit. You can get a remedy out of that. They will have to compensate you. So the idea is to compensate the victim to get them back to the state. Basically, the condition, the state that you were in before you got hit. In other words, you was in a different state of health, different state of mind before you got hit. But once you got hit in the face, you turned into a whole different person. You had a whole different state of mind. You have mental problem. You could have not a mental problem, but you could have a slight psychological problem. You could be, you could be scared. Somebody hit you. You could be, nervous. You could be scared. So they try to get you, compensate you to get you back to that same condition that you were in before you were hit. So that comes under civil law, tort law. And you have criminal law. And then there's just so many, all these different laws I read, so, you can, read up on them, but I don't want to go too long with this video. So I want to say thanks for joining me. Hope to see you again. Same place, same time, same channel, The Cheryl Huppy Show. So, I want to say thank you for joining me, and, I'll see you on my next video.